guys, this is Elsa, and today this will be my little co-host, Justice. Um, this is Achromatopsia and the saga that is my life. Before I start, I just wanted to put, I guess, a little disclaimer out there that I, by no means, am a Achromatopsia expert. I just so happen to have Achromatopsia, and the purpose of these videos are specifically geared towards parents of children who have Achromatopsia, to get I guess, a little bit of a better understanding of the capabilities your children have by hearing my stories, and my siblings' stories. We all have Achromatopsia, so I think it's a good place to get some insight about what they're able to do. Um, Let me see, where do I start? Well, I've mentioned it before. I am the youngest of my family. I have three older siblings that are almost 20 years older than me, that they have full Achromatopsia. And then a while later, I was born. So by the time my parents had me, they had a really good understanding of Achromatopsia and I guess, our capabilities and our limitations, which there really isn't much, just so you guys know. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna start off with my eldest sister, Sarah. Um, when she was growing up, my parents owned a restaurant. They had a business. They owned a Mexican restaurant. So she started off working with them, and she was a waitress. And she did pretty well. Um, she was always really likable. She was super social. She got great tips, and it helped her because I believe at the time she had just finished high school and she was going to college. So, she needed all the tips. But she did really good. After that, I know she got into modeling, and I think she really enjoyed that. I've seen some of her pictures and they look amazing. To be honest, I'm not really sure how she did it, because I know, like, with modeling and photography, there's a lot of bright lights that are, necessary to create these beautiful pictures. But in all her pictures that I've seen, she did great. And none of them that I've seen, she was squinting, which is like always happening to me. She just looked beautiful. And I know after that is when she would do marathons, and she's a really active person. Loved bicycling and mountain climbing and all these things that she's like a very outdoorsy person, hiking, all that good stuff. After that, she became a mom. She did the whole stay-at-home thing, and then she got into being a personal trainer. She started working at the YMCA, and she had all these classes and all these people, and I attended a few of her classes. And my sister, she's amazing. I always say when I grow up, I want to be like her because she looks amazing. She's so fit, you would never think she's her age. Let's see, and now she went to school to be a massage therapist, a certified massage therapist. And she does some other things too, but she has her own business. She runs other people as well, and she's doing really great for herself. I mean, she lives in Hawaii, she lives in Maui, and she makes a pretty good living for herself. And she has Achromatopsia. She's a mother of two daughters, beautiful daughters. They're already in their 20s, and she's doing awesome. Let's see. Now, as far as my oldest brother, Rulis, since he was a child, was very interested in like the mechanics of things. He really liked taking things apart and figuring out what makes them tick, what makes them work, and he enjoyed putting them back together and seeing, basically how they worked. So he's very smart and he's very creative. He was always kind of quiet growing up, but he's very intelligent, and he also has Achromatopsia. My dad taught him many things. He taught him about mechanics, plumbing, construction. He does it all. He's like the world's best handyman, and he just so happens to be partially sighted. So I honestly don't know how he's able to do a lot of the things that he does, but he is great at it. Like, a lot of the people that hire him don't believe that he actually has an eye condition because he's just so great at his work. Let's see what else. Oh, right now he's living in South Carolina, and he has a full-time job. He works 7 days a week. He does everything from, you know, doing heavy duty, like uh, I think it's like not necessarily gardening, but cutting down trees and mowing lawns and taking down buildings and building sheds and drywall and all these things that he does on a daily basis. And he's older, he's in his 50s, and he's able to do all these things with his vision, and he's outdoors every single day. But like I said, if you have a good pair of glasses, you're good. Let's see. And for my brother Victor, he was always really good at art. A lot of his drawings just blow my mind how he's able to do things. And of course, he doesn't see colors, so he doesn't use different colors. But he like what he can do with a pencil and the shading, it's amazing. He could do anything from portraits, like scenery things. He's an amazing artist. I know for a while he was in a band. He likes playing guitar, the keyboard, and he's just really good at that stuff. Um, let's see. Oh, of course, me. Well, when I was growing up, a lot because I grew up with my nieces and nephews because they, like I said, my siblings were a lot older than me. So, I didn't see them as my nieces and nephews. They were like my brothers and sisters. So I grew up with them. But of course, I was older. So I did a lot of babysitting throughout my life. A lot. But you know what? I think it was a good thing because, turns out now as an adult, I got into doing that for a living. I had basically like a home daycare in my house, and I took care of lots of children, anywhere from newborn to 10 years old, and it was a lot of work, especially with the younger ones, because I feel like they're just up to so much. They can put anything in their mouth, they can fall, they can hit themselves. And for people like us, I feel like you have to be more vigilant than the average person because of your sight. You need to make sure, you're always on top of what they're doing so they won't hurt themselves. And especially if you have, a few toddlers running around in the house, it gets pretty hectic. But it was fun for me. They're very silly, they're very funny. They all have different little personalities, and I really enjoyed it. I don't do that anymore because of my daughter now. She's a full-time job, but I do miss it. I don't know if I'll get back to it someday, but my point is, people with achromatopsia have a lot of creative minds, and you can do a lot of things. I know there's lots of other people out there that have like full out careers, and I don't know, what they are, but I know there's a lot of difficult things that they can do. Like I said, we're just like everybody else. We have our strengths and things that, we need help on. But that's okay. We can live, a normal, happy, long life just like anybody else. And you know what? That's great. Just remember that I know it's hard when your children are young because they can't really explain to you, mommy, I can't see this, or mommy, I can't see that, or when they describe something to you, I'm sure it's probably a little difficult to understand since, you all don't see like that. But please don't ever limit your children. Don't make them feel like they can't do everything, because you'd be surprised how amazing your children are. They can surprise you, and they will surprise you, trust me. Just with the things they can do, they'll figure out their own ways of doing things. And a lot of people don't give kids that much credit, but they are very intelligent and they're very perceptive. They can figure things out on their own. So as much as you want to help your kids, also be very cautious of that, because you want them to be independent and look out for themselves and be able to figure things out on their own, and not have I want to find the right word to say this because I don't want to offend anybody. You don't want to baby them too much. They do need help, so you have to be conscious of that. But I feel like as they get a little bit older, they have to figure things out on their own, because once they go to school and they hit the real world, you're not always going to be there to help them. So you do have to encourage them, to speak up. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Ask questions. You need help for something, ask. But let them figure things out on their own, because eventually, you know what I mean, that's what's gonna help them, to be confident and just live in society. But that's all I can think of for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the next video, but I just wanted to tell you guys I've had a lot of people reach out to me and tell me how much they enjoy my videos, or you have your children or grandchildren watching, and I appreciate it really. Like I said, I was scared to make these videos because I didn't think anybody would care, but it was a pleasant surprise to have so many people reach out to me, and you know what I mean, they love watching what I have to say because it does give them perspective of, what we're capable of, and that was my whole point of doing this. So thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, bye.